Hello folks, Cisco here once again on the channel. Just wanted to make this brief announcement. If you like some of the content that I do on one or both of my channels, please, like, share, subscribe. What you're looking at here is the bumper sticker for my auto part channel that deals with anything automotive. And over here, lost my foot in there for a second, but over here, that's the channel you're watching right now, the FYSC channel. So if you like this channel over the other one, hey, like, subscribe. If you like both, that's appreciated as well. But just wanted to throw that disclaimer, or really ad. I shouldn't say disclaimer, but more of an ad for my two channels. All right. Hold on, let me get inside the car. It's a hot one. All right, folks. Hang on. Turning on the car, get the AC running. All right, folks. Hope you're doing well. Actually, I'm about to go ahead. I'm going to run to the library fast, upload a few videos, and then take it to the house, go ahead and get dinner done. I wanted to make a video. This is a second part of a video I did roughly a few days ago. It was about narcissism. And what did I say narcissism was? A very brief definition, straightforward definition is somebody who has an ego. I forgot the word. I would look it up again right now, but see, I'm at a place right now. There is no internet service here at this park, at Lakeside Park. But narcissism, their personality is that they're uncaring. They're more, I'm trying to look for the right word. I can't think about it right now. But essentially, it's all about them. Okay, and everybody else comes second. All right, the world revolves around them. I'm trying to look for the right word. It's on my mind. I just can't. Oh man, I just can't seem to think about it right now. What the word I'm trying to. Oh man, but narcissists. They can be really some of the most demeaning, some of the most toxic people you ever met before in your life. I told you that last video about my sister, how she was married to a toxic guy for a little over 20 years, maybe 22 years. And I thought it would be wise to really go a little bit more in depth of narcissism, as far as it pertained to my sister. So, if you're a teenage girl out there, if you're even a young lady, you're young, but you're above the age of 18. Narcissism, or the effects of a narcissistic personality can, oh man, it can show in different ways. Okay, sometimes it can be the verbal kind. They can try to humble you. They can, in a bad way, not a good way, in a bad way. They can try to, certainly physical. If you're in a relationship, and my sister had to go through this. What did that guy do to her? Let's see. From what I was told, she had a broken foot. She had some bruises, from what I've heard. Of course, I could, I could have her tell it, but I don't want to do that because, for one, I don't want somebody to relive the trauma of abuse, no matter what form it is, But I wanted to point this out because, I wanted to put damn, I can't talk today, folks. But I wanted to put narcissism and, the effects of narcissism out there. So maybe there's, like I say, somebody out there who can relate watching this video. So, yeah, he had broke a foot. He had given her bruises. None of this happened when I was around. Of course, I'm the type of guy, hey, I will defend somebody, certainly a family member, for sure. But yeah, he was a real demeaning, had a bad attitude. Every time you saw him, if you didn't, pardon the language for some of you, but if you didn't kiss his ass, he has a problem with you, And what did he try to do when I was there for those months? Tried to, bully me around. In what ways? There were times I remember back in the day, I had to go to work. I'm a working guy. And, I would park to where I could leave out early in the morning without having to wake anybody up to come move the car. But somebody like him, he's going to park in front of you to where you can't get out. And you tell him this stuff, and he still wants to park there, block you in. It dawned on, I was like, man, trying, just acting stupid, ignorant. So he would do stuff like that. He would try to talk bad about other relatives of mine. Try to talk about how nasty their cooking was when somebody brought you home a plate for Thanksgiving dinner. For whatever reason he couldn't make it, but members in my family thought of him, say, hey, well, we'll give you a plate. But when you give him the plate, he looks and he says, what's this? What's this? Like he can't be made happy. Oh boy, what else? That was a real nasty individual. Like I say, we never. I knew him. I think I was a freshman in high school. I think that was the first year I met him. Maybe my 8th grade year, I don't know. But looking back at it, we never jailed at all. We never hung out. We never went riding together. We never went to a party. None of that. And I'm glad. I am glad that never was the case. We're just, as I said, in my previous video about peaceful, peace and tranquility and all, I said, I don't like people who disrespect people. All right. And then when you take it to a physicality level, oh, hell no. Hell no. Now, narcissists, like I say, it can turn to violent behavior. Yes, it can. It can. When I say violent, it can be physical. Yes, I've heard of domestic disputes, domestic fighting in relationships. Certainly that's what my sister went through. she's doing better. She's doing better, but you know, it can lead to violent behavior, physical violent behavior. Don't forget, it can be emotional as well. It can be words. You don't necessarily have to, hit somebody to abuse them. It can be verbal abuse. It could be something like maybe somebody, threatening somebody, like a family member, a friend. Hell, it could be anything. Words just. It could be, I'm gonna talk nasty about you, how you don't do such and such thing, how, I'm trying to get into a mind of a narcissist. This isn't me, but maybe they look down upon you, thinking, oh well, you suck, for whatever reason, you don't cook for me every day and all this. And that was another thing too. She married a guy who he never worked. Never worked. I think he had one job that I can't. Well, he had jobs, but he never kept them long. Okay, yeah, sure. You look at me, I've bounced around for sure. That is accurate. I have bounced around for sure, but the thing about me is, at the very least, I have kept a job. It is rare to see me go without a job. And if I don't have a job, I'm looking for a job. Okay? But him, I mean, he might keep a job for a few weeks at most when I knew him. But he never contributed to the house. Anything, as far as I'm aware of. Never contributed anything. But see, that's the thing. It's like when you don't make contributions, or you don't make, if you don't contribute to bills, could be a mortgage payment, could be the water bill, could be the light bill, could be the internet bill, could be the car payment if someone shares a car with you. He never did it. And I'm like, it's hard. It's hard for me to respect a guy like that, man. I tell anybody, be married to whoever you want to. I don't have to like the person. This is me talking. I don't have to like the person, but I want to be able to respect the person. Do they work? Are they contributing to the house? Financial is one way. I wouldn't say it's the only way, but it is one way to contribute to the house. But I mean, I couldn't respect that guy at all. Just couldn't. But yeah, narcissism, it could, it could lead to, it could lead to violent behavior, physical behavior. And like I say, the results of that could be, it could be bruising on the body, it could be broken bones, it could be torn muscles. My God, you could have, a black eye, something like that. It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. But that's what that coward did. Like I say, I wish I was there when this shit happened. I really do, because I would have fought him. But I ain't seen that guy. Hopefully I never will see that guy again. I got nothing to say to that guy. I got nothing to say to him. One of the worst individuals I ever met in my entire life. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. It's one thing not to like somebody. I think I saw this on Jerry Springer a few weeks ago. If you don't want to be, I think he was talking about commitment. And he said, hey, if you don't want to be committed to a relationship, at least be committed to character. You know, and what I'm trying to say here is, I look at this guy, I'm like, hey man, if you really didn't want to be married to my sister for whatever reason, you know, whatever reason, bro, just ask for a divorce, man. You know, ultimately, yeah, my sister did get a divorce, but, you know, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, if you really don't want to be married, man, just say, hey, I it's not working out. I think we should get a divorce. You know, go from there. You know, I mean, my sister and him, they did have one daughter. But you know, he to me, he was never a father for my sister's daughter. He was never a father to her, which is my niece. But he never, you know, it's hard. Oh man, screen will be disabled in 3 seconds. I hope not. Oh well. Maybe I'm still working. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm still going on, folks. I'm recording out here in the heat. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. But yeah, he was a vile individual. So, you know, it is what it is, folks. So, hey, I hope y'all have a good day. So, have a good one. Bye bye.